In 1825, a beer story began in Laško. A story which every single Slovene is familiar with today and which is deep-rooted also among beer lovers all over the world. In what was known as Laško Square, Franz Geyer, Licitar maker and honey producer, established a craft brewery. Clean water from the surrounding hills was one of the main reasons that contributed to the development of the Laško brewery in this small town. The year 1889 marks an important milestone for the development of the brewery Laško. In that year, it was bought by Simon Kukac, a brewer from Žalec who was also an excellent organizer, economist, and industrialist. He introduced a new type of beer, thermal beer, which is bottled even today, yet in a slightly changed form. On the other side of Slovenia, in the leap year of 1864, the Union brewery was formed. The children of Johann Kosler, who was one of the richest people in the Carniola region, inherited a significant amount of money and decided to establish a brewery, which started producing beer in 1867 in today's Spodnja Šiška with an excellent water source. In the 20th century, both breweries were often closely linked with each other and also went through some turbulent times together. However, they both survived 2 world wars, hostile takeovers, bombings, occupations, and different leaders from the ranks of occupiers. After World War II, both breweries saw a period of growth, numerous investments in technology, and an increase in beer production. During the post-war decades, the brand names Union and Zlatorog went beyond Slovenia's borders again, as buyers of the territory of the entire Yugoslavia were buying ever larger quantities of both Laško and Union beer. Laško Zlatorog beer got its name after a mythical creature living in the Slovene mountains, the proud and immortal Goldhorn or Chamois, and has accompanied the Laško brewing industry from the very beginning. Even in today's world, saturated with different products and images, this green label featuring the Goldhorn remains the synonym for aesthetic design and quality beer. Zlatorog is a pale lager of specific taste with rich foam and intensive bitters achieved with the use of worldwide known varieties of hops of 100% Slovene origin that is the result of long, in-depth cooperation with hop growers of the Savinja Valley. Using the best ingredients and latest technological findings, it is brewed according to traditional recipes, which have remained unchanged for decades. Hence, we can proudly say that even our grandpas and grandmas drank Zlatorog beer. It is a market leader among Laško products, which is an indication of its exquisite flavor. The dragon has been a symbol of Ljubljana for a long time and has as such for a long time also appeared side by side with the Union brand as the image of the Ljubljana dragon, in that time still used as the coat of arms of the city, goes as far back as the Kostler brothers. According to one explanation, the legend of the dragon represents an incarnated ancient belief of ancestors. Union Pale Lager is the oldest and most important brand name and has been brewed in the brewery Union since 1909. Its excellent quality is the result of state-of-the-art technology and brewing tradition, which has been carefully nurtured since 1864. The 2 umbrella brands have marked the development of both breweries, Union Pale Lager and Laško Zlatorog. No reputable bar, restaurant, or chain of department stores offering to Slovene buyers renowned brands can imagine a perfect offer without the aforementioned brands of Union and Laško Zlatorog. Buyers simply want them, both on the shelves and in their favorite bar or restaurant where they enjoy it in the company of their friends. Nowadays, both breweries are equipped with technology which enables them to measure up to ever tougher international competition, and with the knowledge of people who brew top-notch brands of beer and are concerned with the development and production of new and trendy refreshing beverages. They sell 2.5 million hectoliters of beer, water, and refreshing beverages both at home and abroad. In stores, the market share of Laško Zlatorog and Union Pale Lager amounts to more than 50%, while in combination with other Lasko Group brands, it amounts to more than 65% in the beer segment. In the catering industry, the market share of Union Pale Lager and Laško Zlatorog amounts to almost 80% among beers, while with other Laško Group brands, it amounts to more than 90%. On one hand, Laško Zlatorog is popular among beer lovers who prefer tradition, quality, unique character, and refreshment. On the other hand, Union Pale Lager is popular among those who prefer companionship, popularity, pleasure, and interconnection. They form a complementary pair that, together with other brands, fulfills every single drinking need in Slovenia. Nowadays, buyers can choose among over 20 different types of top-notch brands of beer, water, flavored water, and refreshing sodas of the Brewery Laško and Brewery Union. They have proven their quality with Gold and Grand Gold awards at the most prestigious international competition, Mon Selección, as well as with other prestigious international awards. In the last year, we put a special emphasis on a rich selection of special beers of both breweries, which is not just an answer to the latest trends, but also a continuation of tradition of brewing best quality and innovative beers and a challenge for most demanding buyers. In stores, the beers of the Lasko Group achieve a 65% market share. Zala and Oda achieve a 25% market share in stores in the segment of still water. In the segment of flavored water, ZA products achieve a 45% market share. In the segment of iced tea, Sola is a market leader with a market share of more than 45%. In the most important foreign markets, the breweries of the Lasko Group are facing fierce international competition, which was the reason behind joining most large breweries in terms of ownership. Consequently, both breweries occupy a leading position in a region among independent breweries with significant market shares. Key export markets of the Lasko Group are Italy, Kosovo, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, and Hungary. In recent years, the breweries of the Lasko Group have increased their sales on foreign markets and sold more than 1/3 of all beverages on foreign markets in 2013. Laško Zlatorog and Lasko Club are regaining their position in Bosnia and Herzegovina and are as such a flagship export product of the Brewery Laško. Union Pale Lager has been persistently reinforcing its position in Italy and Hungary. Among non-alcoholic beverages, Multisola, a market leader in Kosovo and Bosnia and Herzegovina, has achieved by far the greatest success. In recent years, the Lasko Group has put much effort into developing its own sales network in the most important markets. We have been supplying the Slovene market through our branches in Ljubljana, Celje, Maribor, Izola, and Novo Mesto. In foreign markets, which are of paramount importance for us, we have created our own companies concerned with the expansion of our brands, while in other markets, partner companies are helping with the establishment of our brands. In the last 25 years, we have co-created Slovenian miracles in the field of sports. We are the biggest sponsor of our top-notch athletes. By actively contributing to Slovene success in the field of sports and by supporting recreational sport activities, we have become firmly established in the social environment and have achieved social responsibility at the highest level. And what is most important, we have contributed to the added value and reputation of our brands. The Lasko Group is linked not only to the success of our athletes, but also to our culture and entertainment industry. In 2014, the legendary event Beer and Flowers was organized for the 50th time. The largest tourist entertaining event by tradition, which in the course of 4 days attracts over 100,000 visitors to the small town of Laško, has grown into one of the major summer music festivals with ever greater numbers of visitors from abroad. The 150th anniversary of the Brewery Union was the opportunity to organize a festival named Union Fest in Ljubljana, offering pleasant social events and entertainment during summer months in the capital. In 2014, the Brewery Union pub came into existence in the facilities of the former malt house. Social responsibility is, by tradition, deeply rooted in the business philosophy of both breweries. Both the Brewery Laško and Brewery Union pay special attention to environmental care and sustainable development. Managing the public water supply network and the construction of a treatment plant for Laško are just two specific examples illustrating the above. The employees of both breweries have proposed numerous innovations and improvements of technological processes in order to reduce the consumption of energy and other resources in the production of beverages. Sustainable development is one of the fundamental values of both breweries, which is reflected in the fact that the Brewery Laško and Brewery Union consume the least amount of water among all comparable breweries. The Brewery Laško and Brewery Union, united in the group Laško, have marked Slovenia as a state to a much greater extent than reflected in prosaic market share figures and financial results. However, they have always shared their success with the environment and have in this way become inextricably linked with the very essence of this 2 million strong state on the sunny side of the Alps.